how's it going?
Hey, it's going good. It's Friday.
Finally.
Finally.
It's
Fin-
weird because I didn't feel like it was Friday. I guess because I don't know about you, but I had like the Labor Day off. So it was like a long weekend for me
Mm,
last weekend. So I was like, wait, it's Friday? I thought it was Thursday.
yeah, yeah, right? Yeah.
um, I'm so glad that you joined me today. I was
Aw.
so happy that we connected on social media, and I'm an old school BB girl, so anytime old school BB reaches out to me, I'm like, let's freaking go.
We are vintage now. Season 11, as Casey would say, this season so twice, they named it number one twice.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
yeah, we're a proud bunch, but we are still very divided.
Divided. Okay, we're gonna have to get into that.
Divided. I mean, no, like there are certain people will not speak
Oh,
to. We don't talk to you. You
I
don't
think I
talk
know
to
who you're
me.
talking about.
I mean, there are only certain people who have my number. If there are certain people who would call me, I would hang up.
Mm,
Yeah,
that's T.
yeah.
So, we're gonna definitely get into some of those names, but I always like to ask this question. Were you a recruit for Big Brother, or were you like a super fan before the show and you applied, or like what's your background with the show?
So I knew what the show was, like the general concept. I obviously watched like Dr. Will. It was like on TV, but I was encouraged to answer a casting. I didn't know what it was for. I literally, like, one of my girlfriends who works in media was like, just submit for this. And I'm like, okay. So I sent a picture, like a blip about myself, got a phone call. Can you come in for an interview? I'm like, what is this? Like, I like don't, they're like, just go, just go. I go, I get put on camera. I get told, oh, it's Big Brother. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm 24 at the time. Oh, you could win 500,000. I'm like, sign me up. Like, what do I have to do? I leave the casting office. Can you come back? We want execs to like meet you. And I'm like, dang, this is happening really fast. Within a week, I was found, cast, put on the show. And I was just
Wow.
like, oh damn. Like when they're like, hey, we can we like get some footage of you at a tattoo studio? I'm like, easy, hit up my friend Jeff and was like, hey, like, are you cool doing this at your shop? He's like, yeah. Then I get a key and I don't even like know what I signed up for. I'm like, summer camp. I'm gonna make friends. This is great. What contract did I sign? Later find out because like Kevin went through the entire casting process. Ronnie did like months and months. They're like, Lydia, you beat out all the alternative guys that they were gonna like place in like the clicks. And then I'll talk to you about casting, what the ins and outs. We found out that like there was a giant board with all of our photos and they were going through and picking clicks and like who was going to go. Because I don't normally go by Lydia, I go by LT and Kevin would go by Casey. And when I got to the CBS lot, they're like, we're using Lydia. And I was like, oh, that's fine, whatever. But yeah, it was a week. So it was just like that.
Because you had the clicks with the offbeats and the wood jocks or whatever they
Popular,
were.
the
Yeah.
brains, like, and then when you're in sequester, they only gave us the seasons to watch that Jesse came from, Jessica, Cowboy, and I think it was Eric, maybe
Eric
was for
Stein. So
brains. Yeah, from BB8.
BB6. Oh,
He was BB8.
got it.
Um, but yeah, so like at
That's
the time, I had no idea. I was like, why are you making me watch these seasons? Like, it's not beneficial. I want to watch True Blood and be left alone in my hotel.
stop.
Because sequesters, like, really, like, for me, it was really nice. Like, my handlers were great. You get to order whatever you want, just chill in bed, and you're like, I'm decompressing before going into this craziness. And
Okay,
like,
so that's one of my
yeah,
questions, and I'm so glad you said that because I have heard mixed opinions or mixed statements. Um, I'll give you a great example. Kenny from BB26 said that he was not permitted to watch Big Brother when he was in sequester. Like he wanted to,
oh,
but he was not
nice.
allowed. But the, as you're calling them, vintage Big Brother people have told me that they were encouraged. And I want to say, I haven't talked to Brittany personally, but I want to
Yeah.
say I've seen like either on Patreon or some kind of other something she put out there that she was required to watch at least one season of Big Brother before they would give her anything else. So you're saying that they
Oh,
exclusively gave you Big Brother and only
yeah.
certain seasons.
Yeah, only specific seasons. So like it tied into what like our theme of this season was, like what extra house guest was going to come in was based off of those seasons they gave us. And I just remember like my handlers and like the people that were kind of like in my there are producers that will champion for you
Hmm.
and there are people that recruit you and they want to see you do well. And so I was getting like hints from people like, study this, watch this. And I'm just like, oh my God, like I'm gonna do yoga. I'm gonna do a face mask. Like
Yeah.
this is this is so nice. I don't want to worry about anything else.
So were you glad at the end of the day, and we'll talk into like your game later, but like just real
Yeah.
quick, were you happy that you watched some of those seasons, or do you think it changed your game by
Well,
watching them?
I wish we were all a little smarter on like strategy because like we get in the house, it's all exciting, and then Julie's like, "Hey, we got your first challenge," and like for me, it was hanging from a toilet bowl, getting a
Yeah.
wedgie, like you're back in high school, and it's like, oh my God, I wish I would have like endurance worked out more, had a better attitude, and I really wish collectively all of us could have been like, who's gonna be the best for our game? Can that click win instead of the athletes being like, "Ugh, like we're gonna dominate." So in hindsight, I wish like somebody could have
Hmm.
politically been like, what is the best for the house, not giving these athletes an advantage. um
Honestly, I think this is my opinion, but I think production decided that they wanted Jesse to come back,
oh
and
yeah,
that was why they stockpiled the clicks. And I mean, there
did
was
you
no
see
way the athletes
Russell?
weren't going to win that competition, right? Like,
Russell was a comp beast. Like I like my skill set is like glitter unicorns, craft and makeup. Like we weren't gonna have an eyeliner challenge. We weren't gonna have put on your lashes the fastest
yeah.
challenge. Like, so I mean, I wish, but yeah, yeah,
So it was
yeah. They
offbeats,
brains
athletes,
and popular.
and it was what, dorks? What was it?
The brains. I
Brains.
mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, like literally, we when like me and Shima and Kevin saw like what they called like offbeat and brains, we were like, oh, freaks and geeks, like we got it. They're
We
like,
got this.
they're like, stop saying freaks and geeks. And we're like, well, that's what it is. No one calls someone offbeat.
But that was copywritten, so they couldn't use that.
Yeah. Yeah. You learn all this stuff. They're like, please stop it.
That's so funny. So, are you a fan of the show now? Like, obviously, you said that you watched a little bit of the show, like you were
Mhm.
aware of it. Then you watched the seasons while you were in sequester. Did you come out and immediately watch your season and watch seasons after that? What's your levels of?
So you always watch the season after you because typically or usually like the new season will be told to watch or they'll get to watch, the prior season just to have some kind of like foundation.
Hmm.
So I definitely watched like Kevin, Reagan, Matt, like Brenda, all of that, like watched
Hmm.
Brittany, all of that. And then after that, it's just kind of like if you don't really stay in that like BB universe, I'm like a really big I love like the challenge on MTV. I love
Mm.
Traders, like I love Deal or No Deal Island. Like honestly too, there's certain players you just really connect with. Like Dr. Will, I would see him at the Whole Foods in Manhattan Beach all the time.
Stop.
And he's so sweet and he's always like, Lydia, if you want a tattoo to get removed. And I'm like, you're so funny. Like, no. But he's great. Like he's just I loved him on Deal
Did
or
you
No Deal
watch him? Oh
Island.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I think he got a raw deal. I'm like, yo, this Aussie Survivor man with Parvati, like, I'm not for this. No, like, you guys don't know the gem of a player you have with you. But
Did
yeah.
you watch? We may be premature in bringing up this person, but did you watch Jesse on House of Villains?
Oh, okay. So this is what's like, thanks TikTok. So, like, the algorithm, I kept getting like something, and I was like, this what? And I was like, oh, Candy Muse. I love Candy Muse from Drag Race. And then I saw Jet and I was like, what is Candy Muse, iconic drag queen, and Jesse have like what? And then you throw in like Housewives and Tiff like and then Wes from the challenge, and I'm like, what is this? I
What
like
is going
never
on?
yeah, I didn't watch the show, but like clips of like Wes and him getting into it would pop up or like Candy trashing him would pop up. And I'm just like, toxicity.
Okay, so if you're into it and you obviously know the challenge, this is just me giving you my 2 cents. I don't
Yeah.
watch the challenge. So my introduction to West was literally House of Villains. Your perspective may be different than mine. So I would
Oh,
actually like for you to watch it and then come back to me. Oh my gosh, love the fur baby. That is
it,
so
it,
cute.
this
Is
is
this a
Rusty.
puppy?
This is Puppy. This is Rusty. We call him Russell. This is Rusty. He's a
Oh.
rescue from Mexico.
Oh my gosh,
Huh.
I do foster dog fostering. So like yes, we can definitely get into
Yay!
that. Um
Yay! Huh.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you do the challenge stuff, so like you know these people ahead of time. I didn't, so that was my first introduction to Wes.
Oh,
And then because
Wes
I
is
want
an
to say,
amazing competitor, people-wise, not liked by
okay,
a
so
lot.
that's what I'm gonna tell you. So I had a really okay. So the way it ends, I think you should watch it, and I want you to message me
Okay.
after you do. Okay, like it
Okay.
should be on Hulu by now.
Okay.
But I would watch it quickly because E is, I think, honestly about to go down the
About to go
toilet.
bye-bye.
Yeah, I think. And so it's not going to be on E next season. It's strictly going to be on, I think, Peacock. So I would probably go
Mm,
catch it
okay.
before it's like gone. But I will just say this, like, there's a huge Jesse and Wes situation. I personally, I was team Jesse, and that was unlike me. Um but I want you to watch it. I don't want to give anything away because I know you saw
Okay.
some stuff on TikTok, but like don't want to shoot you away. House of Villains season 1. So that was season 3. No, season 2. That was season 2. Season 1 was fan freaking tastic as well. After you watch the Jesse one, go back and watch the other two. So that's
Wow.
just my little 2 cents. And I
Okay.
totally want you to message me after you do it because you're
Okay.
gonna be like, oh my
Okay.
God. You might have a totally different read on Jesse, obviously, because you know him a little bit more personally. So playing Big Brother can be like a super emotionally taxing game, as you know. It can
Yeah.
also be like really eye opening and life changing. So, what did you learn about yourself playing Big Brother that still sticks with you today?
Like when you're my people, like me and Kevin, we are still like besties, ride or die. Like I live for Shima, like she's a queen, Ronnie's my people. Like when you're my like when you're in like my heart, I will like go to battle for you. Like we are gonna Game of Thrones, like
Yes.
Daenerys Targaryen, like I'm here for you. I will like fight to the death for you. So I just think like loyalty as a person and then just authentically being myself and being able to be like, you know what? Like I shouldn't have popped off on Jordan. Like that was crappy of me. Like I do want to be like for the ladies, but I was not in the right headspace. And when you feel secure and safe and all of your allies are protecting you, and then it's like coup d'etat, this is happening, that's happening. You're like, oh my God, I can't win comps. So I'm screwed. Like I'm mentally not in a good place.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
so
see all of that.
yeah. So I was, like, authentically myself. I wish I was more of a strategist, and I wish I was more resilient into, like, putting my all into, like, the endurance comps and things and being like, "These boys are not gonna, like, railroad their way, and you're not gonna, like, be able to put me on the damn block back to back to back."
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Okay, so going into Big Brother 11, what was your original game plan? Did you have an original game plan? And if so, what was it? And did it change when you got in the house?
Okay, so while you're decompressing in sequester, you get you get a psych evaluation. Like they want to make sure that you're stable to go in there.
Yeah.
And part of the evaluation I got was that I'm super mischievous. I'm social. I can be charming when I need to be, but also like conniving. And I was like, cool, thank you so much. So I'm like, I know people, I can be social and connect with people socially because I didn't know if I'd be good at these games. Cause like they look insane. Like watching season 8 do their they did an endurance challenge where they hung upside down and went back and forth like
Uh-huh.
little like, what? Like, I don't think I'm built for this. So I just knew like socially I had to be like, okay, make friends, make bonds, like have people want to like save you and keep you around and get as much information as you can. So like
Okay.
talking, listening, being like, I'm here for you. Like, yeah, what are you thinking? Like, where's your mind at? Like, but some people are really closed off. Like Casey wouldn't tell me anything because me and him just didn't get along in our clique, and it was like whoever can shoot first and like hit, that's what's gonna happen. So I just knew like me and Jeff, we just never, it was never gonna happen.
So that's interesting you bring that up, and we can totally talk about BB27 at the end of this. But the only person I see doing what you're talking about is honestly Rachel. Like, I don't see a lot of people, I see a lot of talking and not a lot of listening this season.
Oh yeah, you want to get
So,
information? It's like talk at me,
yeah.
and I'll be like,
Like, I even saw Rachel having a conversation with Adrian, who was like, he was not wanting to work with her at all. But like 3 or 4 different times, I was like, Rachel, like, you can back away from this conversation now. Like, he's not. And he even was like, I feel like you're being like a casting producer right now. Like, you're asking me question after question
well, I
personally.
mean, like,
But he
yeah,
was trying to connect with him and he wasn't interested. And it's like the whole season, nobody's interested in like connecting. They're just interested in telling you about them and complaining.
yeah, yeah. That's why when you get like these little glimmer moments with like Will and Rachel or Ashley and
Yes.
Rachel, where it's
Ava, my
like,
girl.
yeah, where it's like, oh my God, you're being like vulnerable. We're like learning about you as a person. Like, that's like kind of the beautiful thing about BB
Yeah.
because like you do get a family, always dysfunctional, and you get to pick who you have that relationship with
Mhm.
outside of the house. But while you're inside, I don't think people value a really good social game and think of the psychology behind like building trust and getting that information to make those moves. And here's the thing, you got to be strategic about the information you're giving. Cause like
Mhm.
when I knew I was leaving, me and Kevin, like strategically, it was like, hey, like, how can we save you? And I'm like, if I were to give up all the information from our side and our allies to like Russell and Jeff at the time, it would blow up your game. It would blow up other people's game. So like I already know I'm going. Like you know when you're cooked. Granted,
Mhm.
Mickey didn't know, but like
No.
traditionally, you know when it's
She
time
should
to
have known. I think she should have known. But
be.
also, I think part of the problem here with what you're talking about too is the blockbuster. And I think it's very difficult for you to know how to maneuver after being the final person on the block after the veto. You don't really know how to maneuver because you can't have that conversation like you're talking about. Because, I mean, you can have it, but it's irrelevant because it's like, it's even more complex because it's like, okay, yeah, I could blow up your game and do a Hail Mary, but like, what if you stay? And what if I
Yeah,
stay? And what if that person goes home? Then we blew up each
right.
other's game for no reason. Like,
Yeah, you can't be impactful. You can't try to
I hate
talk to
it.
the people that you need. Also, it's just like this. I'm sorry. Like, no, I want to be able to backdoor people.
Yes.
I need two people to sit there and have the worst anxiety, not like maybe I'll save myself with another
No.
competition. Like, no. Come on,
They're
Pepper.
making, I was so happy last season to see equitable competitions come back. Because, after BB16, we just saw comp beast, comp beast, comp beast, comp beast. And like, cool, but like the casual viewers may enjoy that. But people that are like Big Brother purists like myself and live feeders, we want to see the social strategy. But it's like they're getting away from that with the competition because all they're doing is making even the eviction almost solely based on a competition. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
like I don't want to have to think of like who's my first eviction choice. And then like in this scenario, like it's too much.
You're putting too many people, that's way too much blood on your hands,
Way too
first of all.
much.
And now it's like this season, it's like people aren't even really that mad when they go on the block to the point where, like,
Oh
I loved
no,
Ashley's
it
speech the other
should.
night.
Thank
Loved it.
God.
All the casuals are like, she didn't have to do all that. I'm like, why? That
I'm
was,
sorry. Let's have accountability and call the man out for his lies.
but I do understand that the casuals haven't seen any of that because the edit that Kiana was getting the first few weeks was wild.
Also, just the delusion, the Keanu delusion, the delulu of,
He's
like, what he
Delulu.
thinks he's doing. Like, "Babe, no one's voting for you if you get to the end. No one."
I don't know. He's cray cray. So you were placed on the offbeats click, right? Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah,
Offbeats?
yeah,
Okay.
offbeat.
Um, how do you feel like that affected your like early on positioning in the game? Because click seasons or something similar to it, I think that they're really weird to navigate because it's like it's like this whole click is safe, so we can't touch any of them now, you know?
Yeah,
How do you
exactly.
feel like it affected your game?
Well, so, like, automatically, when I was on those, like, steps going into that house, I saw Kevin in his rainbow outfit, and I was like, "That's my
Love
guy."
Kevin.
Like,
Love Kevin.
Kevin, my sugar bear, my number 1, my ride or die. I, like, knew that him it's just like you get, like, a vibe. But
Yeah.
then when they said this click thing, and I was like, "No, no," because the first 5 minutes of being in the house, Ronnie approached me at the refrigerator for an alliance, and I was like, "What is this man talking about?"
Oh,
I was like
you weren't really retaining those seasons you watched in sequester,
no,
were you?
I was like, "Yo, like, we just met each other, like, I
Ronnie was
don't know you."
gaming. He was gaming before
He
he
was
got in
on
there.
it.
Like
He was so on it. So then, like, being like he'll say this too. Casey was stuck with me, I was stuck with Casey, and it's like we tried to vibe and we did well in like our food competitions as a clique, but like just personally, I think it's really hard when you're probably the oldest person in the house with a bunch of young 20-year-olds who don't know
Mhm.
nothing. It's probably like, "Oh my God, I actually have wisdom." And I'm like, "I'm not gonna listen to you. I know
I
better."
actually have wisdom. Wait, you
Yeah.
mentioned food comps. Are you team bring back food comps? Because your season was the first season of Have Nots. So are you team bring back the food comps? Let's make it a part of the show. Or are you just
Yeah,
like, if they're not going to show it to us, get rid of it?
"Oh, Morgan, you have to pick someone. Does anyone
Let's rock, paper,
volunteer?"
scissors for it. No. You're
Like,
a have not, Ashley,
no.
because you said that you didn't want to be a have not. So now you're a have not.
No, let's no, that needs to be a competition. Give me that back and take away a
What
blockbuster.
about the key wheel? Are you team bring back the key wheel? I thought the key wheel it does take a lot of edit out of the show. I
It
get that.
yeah.
But it's strategy because people are crapping their pants the whole time they're watching that key go around.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely I mean, anxiety inducing is fun to watch, to live, it is not. So when you feel like you have a little bit of control over that stuff, but this whole like, "Oh, you'll be with me this week?" Like, "Screw you. I don't like you. You're sucking on slop for this week."
I hope we never have another player like Lauren ever in Big Brother history. Not, I'm sure she's a wonderful girl. I'm
I'm
sure
sure
I would
she's
love
lovely.
her. I'm sure she's lovely, but it's not even the indecisiveness that I can't understand. It's that you came in here as a super fan. You want to play, but you're scared. Like you're literally
You're
scared to have
scared and
conversations.
love you, babe, that you wanna pop open drawers that are not gonna give you any kind of power or
But why are
release
you
any kind
telling
of
Vince
hidden
about it?
room. Also, just, like,
Keep it to yourself,
the
honey.
Vince loyalty is, like, for
Delulu.
what? Like,
Delulu.
is the man giving out mustache rides that are, like, amazing? Like,
Yes.
what is
Haven't you
going
seen him in
on?
oh maybe we're saying too much, but like haven't you seen him in Morgan? Like and also Lauren baby, aren't you seeing him in Morgan? Like that
Baby.
would be a red flag. Maybe that's why she's like confirming the Bond girls with Ava. Maybe that's why. But that honestly, the reconfirmation of the Bond girls was because Ava came to Lauren. Like Lauren's not
Yeah.
coming to anyone.
Lauren's game will end because she has trusted Vince too much.
Lauren's game will end because of that and because she's not gaming. Like
She's not yeah, she's
she's
not,
having
like
conversations when people want to have them with her, but
yeah, also, she's, like, not proving to be, like, of value in the house, like, you gotta make people think that you're not expendable, like, they need you to get to the end, and, like, she hasn't given enough information, she hasn't even like, the strategy, you just, like she's just observing, and she's just kinda like, "Oh, yeah. Mhm. Well, this is, like, what I heard." And it's like, "Okay."
I'm concerned. I don't know if you're keeping up with like Zach and Jimmy. I love Jimmy, first of all, but like Zach and Jimmy, like on their TikTok lives and stuff. But like Zach is very sure that he's waiting. Like somebody asked him, like, "Oh, if he's single," and he was like, "No, because I'm waiting for Lauren." And I'm like, "Boy, you are a little too old for her. Not because of your age, but because she's just very young." That's all I'll say.
Also,
Her
I
maturity
hate to
level is
say this,
real low.
if she wanted a slice of Zach, she would have had a piece.
You think she doesn't want him?
I think it looks good when maybe you wanna go on Amazing Race, or maybe you wanna try to go on Traders, or maybe you
You know
wanna try
what
to go on
I
another
thought?
show.
You know what my thought was? That she's so immature that she was like afraid to have that on a show
Maybe.
that her parents would see. That's
Like,
honestly what, because
yeah.
I just figured that she's like, because her and him had some conversations about how like they like he had promised his mom he wouldn't be up there smooching on anybody in the house. He promised his mother,
Yeah.
and I'm sure she didn't promise her parents, but I'm sure she's afraid.
I think it's a case of,
But yeah,
like,
she might not like him.
he's more into you, like, Zach, like,
You know,
"Honey, come
like another
on."
house guest this season that was more into someone, and
Shocking, shocking.
we'll talk
Like
about that after we stop the recording. Okay. So you mentioned Sheba and Kevin.
mhm.
So you had a really strong connection with the two of them. I know you had connections with other people too, but you had a really strong connection with the two of them. Do you feel like the three of you could have gone further if that twist didn't exist? Like, would you have connected either way, and could you have just done way better without having to be linked to Casey?
Babe, I'm gonna say 3 people of color get really far in Big Brother? No.
Oh,
Like, God, no. Also, me and Shima would talk back to production. We covered cameras. Like, we were like, "You won't have a show if you can't film us." I kicked in the front door because I was ready to peace out one night,
production
and
wanted
then
you to
they put
go.
a blockade. They were like, "These girls, they are crazy. They don't care. They're causing problems." Um,
I have questions about Shima too, so we're definitely getting into that because I will put it on the table. I'm a justice for Shima girly. So, but we are definitely going to talk
literally,
about that
yeah, because yeah, I mean, like, I'm never gonna speak for
from your
her,
perspective. Yeah.
but from my perspective, like, that definitely was handled so wrong by CBS and
Yeah.
by Big Brother in general. Like, literally
She
what they did then, they could not do to her now. They
I
would
was watching the live feeds on BB22, and I don't remember who Kevin was retelling it to, but someone was asking him about Shima, and he was retelling it as if from his side of the fence, he was like, honestly, like the stuff she was doing, she was just ahead of her time. And I was like, that is the best way to put it, because he was like the things she was doing, like for example, I think that same week Nicole Franzel had went and had a 4-hour nap in the DR because she was like not feeling well or whatever, and it's like, I know they can nap now, but like in BB22 they couldn't. And
we
he
couldn't.
was like, if Shima wanted to do that and she went into the DR and said, I'm gonna stay in here for 4 hours and nap, they would have derailed her until she got up
Yeah.
and left. And I don't know. We're gonna talk about it because we'll talk about Shima in a second, because I have like so many like questions from your
Yeah.
perspective as somebody in there with her, because like I said, I'm a justice for Shima girl. So, well, actually, let's just talk about it now. So, since I'm a justice for Shima person, I feel like maybe she didn't really mean to throw her mic into the water, that she
So,
intended to
here's the
toss it and it
thing,
accidentally
it
went in the
didn't
water.
this is the crazy thing. I was there, I fished the mic out
I
of the
remember.
jacuzzi.
Yeah.
So, I watched her, she tossed it. She didn't, she didn't, even if she, chucked it in that general area, it skipped on that AstroTurf. So, if it was grass, it probably would have, stuck in there a little bit, but it bounced on that shitty, cheap AstroTurf into the water. If she intentionally wanted to F the microphone that bad, she just would have gone in the shower with it, or she would have put it under the
Mm,
sink. Like, honestly, for how much money the show makes, a microphone, yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, you're supposed to take care of it, but it wasn't like the ultimate sin to get you removed from the game.
yeah.
Like, she got screwed with the coup d'etat. Like, she won. Like, that hadn't been used. It only been used one other time in BB history, and it completely shifted things. And
And it
also,
wasn't used that time. Like it was brought in, but
yeah, but it
Michael
wasn't
Boogie couldn't use it.
used.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
It was
also to take
new.
away like, of our season, she was the first female HOH that won. To take that away from her, like, not cool. And to let Jeff do what he wanted, not cool.
I personally feel, and this is just me as a viewer, and after years of reflecting on it, I think she was against Jeff and Jordan, and they were the very first real
Oh,
showmance.
we knew
And
we were the villains.
yeah,
After that, after the coup d'etat, we were like, "Oh,
hmm
we get what's going on with editing. We
yeah,
get it."
hmm yeah.
Mhm.
I was pretty sure that, like, after looking back, after years of watching Big Brother, I'm like, they wanted Jeff and Jordan to stay. They
Yeah, I
wanted
mean,
that.
America loved them.
I,
They definitely got catered to, you know?
anyways, so how much did Shima's expulsion actually shift the rest of the trajectory of, like, your personal game, as well as, like, people around you, your allies, and even Jeff and Jordan's, obviously?
So, okay, so Jesse was winning. He knew how to do comps. He knew the game. He was
Hmm
protecting me. So if like he won, I knew I wasn't gonna like necessarily be like the number one target. Like we had gotten to a place where it was like, okay, cool. Like where I'm strong socially, like he's not as strong. So that's like where, it was beneficial for both of us. But then like I knew Shima was a bigger target than me. She was more vocal. She was like just a stronger like presence and vibe. So having her there like gave me confidence, and when she left and I literally had Kevin and Natalie fucking kill me. I'm sorry for that, but I mean, love Kevin. I don't mess with people who have lie in their name.
Mm,
Like I'm stuck with Natalie, who's
yeah.
like upset, and I had to pack Shima's bags. Like, oh,
hmm
cool. And like me, Kevin, and Natalie haven't won anything. Russell didn't like us. Michelle wasn't with us. So then it's like Jordan, Jeff. Like the likelihood of, Russell and Jeff winning a comp, yeah, it's like way better than me or Natalie or Kevin.
hmm
So it's just like, damn, like I knew I was the next big target because I was like a
Yeah.
mouthpiece and I was like an insane person. So I was like, great, great. I go on the block again against Natalie. I'm cooked.
So you were notably, like, one of the women in the house that were, like, sobbing over Jesse's eviction. That's
Oh
just one of my
yeah,
favorite Big Brother episodes. It's one of my favorite Big
same.
Brother
You know what?
moments.
Gave him props. He literally like what people don't realize is like your bond in your relationships and like
Yeah.
I knew what that meant, and also, like, so did Shima. It was like, dang, like, now we have to really, like, show up and show out. Like, we
hmm
don't have a shield anymore, and he was always gonna be a bigger target than any of us were, and it just, like, sucked. Like, we had a good relationship, and when the
hmm
people you like also, if anyone wants to say anything, we both were not in relationships. Anyone who flirted with anyone was not in a relationship or had anyone. Like, that was one thing. When I came out of my Big Brother experience, people I had dated prior going into it, they were like, I thought I was the only person you were dating. And I was like, dude, you didn't even matter to me. Like, I was going on a TV show. I
Yeah.
could care less.
They were
But
just
it
saying that because you were on national television.
I don't
Whatever.
know, but it's just like, I have to pack this dude's bags. He left a bottle of wine. Of course I'm gonna drink it. And I'm sad and I'm in my feels. And you know what's even just like better? It freaking annoyed the rest of the house. And
Oh,
like I
Kevin
love
was
Kevin.
cracking me up. Like,
Oh
his
my
edit, the
God.
DR edit of him,
So
like,
good.
iconic.
So good. But like honestly too, it's like we were losers. Like so sorry to Jesse that you got stuck with us. But like it just yeah, like when magic powers come in and
Yeah.
America gets
It's
to
emotional.
vote, it like okay, so also too, what you learn or what I learned after my Big Brother season is you have people that are writing down and recording, and like there's people who are doing storylines and figuring out in what direction would they like the show to go in.
Like, production members are doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
and they
heard
get in the
some
DR
speculations about
and
wanting Jeff and Jordan to continue and things. Maybe that's why the coup d'etat came out, different things like that.
yeah, because like up until that point, you had Jesse that won a HOH, Ronnie that won a HOH. Russell
Hmm.
who won a HOH. And then it was like Shima. And it was like, oh no, we can't have that.
It was not looking good at all for Jeff and Jordan. Jordan would not have won if Jeff went home, and they couldn't. I, in my view, I don't know that I could tell this at the time, but now looking back, I think that they wanted one of them to win. That was the
Oh,
first showmance. They needed that.
100 million%. But like, I whipped the votes in that jury house. I was like, listen, Kevin gets to the end. We're voting Kevin. We were all in alignment on that. And I even told Jeff when Jeff came through the door, I was like, great, you're here. Jordan has a shot. Jordan will get my vote. If
Mm.
she's sitting next to Kevin, she's getting second place. And like he knew that, and like Jordan was smart enough to know like she was socially, she knew what was going on. So like her picking Natalie was like her best move. So I was going to give it to her.
Do you feel like Jordan? So that's interesting. You say that socially she knew what was going on, but like I also kind of wonder, like, was she carried by Jeff in some ways? Like, would she have made it that far if she didn't enter that
He gave
showmance?
her the HOH just so you could get a letter from home, which is like honestly, it's a very romantic gesture. It's very nice, like
It
very
is.
chivalrous to do.
Mm-hmm.
But like it really becomes this debate, right? Like, did this person deserve this HOH? Did they deserve this win? Did they deserve to get to the end?
Yeah.
It's like honestly, Jordan unknowingly made all the right chess moves and aligned herself to get people to do things for her to get her in that first place position. If
Mm-hmm.
anything else had changed, she wouldn't have gotten that outcome. And like, I mean, I know she cried. I know she missed her family. I know she went through hard stuff. I was awful to her. We started out as friends, but then I was just like, you could have kept me off the block and you didn't, because when they were asking in the first week who to put up, she just didn't want anyone from her clique to go home because it's scary. And,
Mm-hmm.
my name got thrown out and she didn't say no to it. So I was like, oh, we're not
So do you feel like
friends.
it's incidental almost that she made it to final two? In some ways, yes, she knew what she was doing, but also it kind of sounds like it's incidental that certain things align the way that they. I mean, I guess the game's always incidental, right? In some
Yeah,
ways,
I
but
mean, I feel like she got an insane amount of luck, but also she got an upper hand with a lot of like production. She just
mhm,
did. I get it, you're producing a TV show. This is what's really great. America's responding. Like we literally have villains and now we have heroes and we have
mhm,
people, like we can do this storyline where like look at like them being victorious and they found love and all
mhm.
this. Like that's great. Like you know what? Good for them. But I definitely feel like ultimately um you know it benefited one person in that relationship more than the other, and it wasn't the woman who won.
I only recently found out that because I was under the assumption that Big Brother was like Survivor and that there were legalities involved. You can't rig competitions in Survivor. They take attorneys with them out to the island because there are laws against it because Survivor's registered as a game show. I recently found out that Big Brother is not.
Yeah, Big Brother has a lot more influence with the people who are truly Big Brother. And if
Yeah,
CBS doesn't like who's gonna win,
they'll
we're
tweak.
gonna we're gonna we're gonna shift some things.
Like
Things new.
Zach Rance has talked about how he's like, I don't know if they wanted me to win, but I know that they wanted me to have an upper hand in that competition because he talked about how when he played Otev, the
His
position that he was
positioning.
in, he could
Yeah.
see everything. He was like, oh, I could see all the names, but he knew that other people where they were positioned, they would not have been able to
You
see
wouldn't
them.
have a vantage point. Yeah. Like, so come on. Like,
Crazy. I mean, was Helen
yeah.
pushed? We'll never know, right? Like,
Never know. You'll never know.
so you were like in the middle of the infamous Lydia, Jesse, Natalie triangle thing that they painted for us on TV, right? So
That, like, wasn't
looking
even
back,
a
how do you
thing.
feel about that dynamic today? Was it
That,
all
like,
edit or was it real?
honestly, I don't care for Natalie, but, like, that wasn't a thing. It really she had a
Okay.
boyfriend. She was very loyal to her boyfriend. I just think she liked having attention from Jesse, like,
I mean, he
I
was
mean,
Mr. Spectacular. What can we say?
also, like, I will say this, like, if you ever meet Jesse in person, he is like a freaking action figure built to life. Like, and you just like watch season 10, this person that like knows the game is winning, but the whole like triangle, like
Didn't
it was
really
not a
exist.
triangle. It like was not a triangle. Like, not at all. And like there were moments where like Natalie was really cool. And then there were other moments where we got into it. We did not like each other. Ultimately, we do not like each other. And that's fine. And I just think Jesse was put in the middle of it. Like Jesse, Shima, and Kevin were put in the middle of it a lot. There was never like a triangle. Maybe there was a hexagon with all of us, but there was no like love, nothing. That's like
So
ridiculous.
you kind of talked about this a little bit already, but one of my questions was, we saw the edit of you like sobbing in his
Oh
t-shirt
yeah.
and packing his bags and stuff. A lot of fans have always wanted to know, did you really like Jesse romantically, or was it just the emotions of the moment and it was just watching a friend and ally go home?
I mean, it's not like we had a relationship
Yeah.
in the outside world. So I
Yeah.
think it was like a situation out of circumstance.
Yeah.
Like we're both like in young 20s, like you have
Yeah.
slim pickings in the house. So like you just gravitate towards like kind of who's available, which like I guess thanks casting, but
You're like, I
um
guess, whatever.
you're like,
Like,
whatever, like, what am I gonna do this summer? Like, thanks, Julie. Um, but I mean, it's not like, you know, I've been married and with my husband for like 8 years. I've been sober for 8 years. I'm like such a different person.
awesome.
Yeah, 40-year-old Lydia would have been like, girl, no, 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 no. You're gonna hang on that toilet bowl. You're gonna get someone else in that damn house. Like, it's just no.
That toilet bowl had to have been so hard. It had to have been such a hard competition, especially
How
as
do you
like the
train for
first one.
that? How do you train like, how do you have grip for that?
I mean, Russell had it.
Russell's amazing. Russell is, like, an amazing person outside of the house, like, athletically, like, he was just such a different person, and he's like, "Lydia, I was playing, I had a strategy," and I was like, "Why wasn't I smart enough? Like, why didn't I get it?"
So when you were
Yeah.
ultimately put on the block, what kind of emotions did you feel? Like when you were ultimately on the block for the last time, what kind of emotions did you feel? And what was your campaign strategy to stay?
Did not have a campaign strategy, was an agent of chaos. Like I knew I was cooked. So I'm gonna make your life hell. I'm gonna like psychologically screw with you. I'm gonna screw with your
Love it.
like everything. And like, we all did it back and forth to each other, but it's like I guess what? Okay, so this week, how can I like cause chaos?
Yeah.
How can I make it uncomfortable for you?
I love that you said that because that is exactly why when people ask me, like, a lot of people fight with me in the comments on my videos and they're like, they should have put Rachel up 2 weeks ago. You know what? That would have been wonderful, but she can't be backdoored and she can save herself and the blockbuster now. So, what's
Yeah.
going to happen is if she saves herself, first of all, she's going to know she has the opportunity to save herself. So, YOLO, why would she not make your life hell for the next few days? And also, when she comes back, if she comes back, you're cooked.
You're
So,
cooked.
like, you can't just put somebody like Rachel on the block because she's a YOLO type of MFer. Like, she's not going to just like be
Be
like,
like,
oh, she's
okay.
not Lauren, okay? Like
No,
she's going to
exactly.
fight you. We've watched her fight people. She fought Zay on like night 2. Like
Yeah.
yeah, it's so I
Yeah.
love that you said that because like that is old school Big Brother mentality, or what are you calling it? Vintage Big Brother
Vintage. We're
mentality.
vintage. We're
Yeah,
vintage.
your vintage Big Brother mentality. I love that and I wish we could have more of that
Well,
because
it's like, you know what? I'm gonna authentically like tell you, like, you blew up my game, or like this strategy was crap. Like, or if we have an alliance, you don't like tell someone about it, or you don't bring someone in, or like this is who we're targeting. Like, what? Don't promise someone safety. Like, absolutely not. Like, this is ridiculous. This new
no.
kumbaya, everybody, like, let's all hug and cook for each other. Get out of here. I hope you starve.
And there's also this like they're having Bible study in the house too now. So,
Oh, yeah. Um, yeah. That okay, in my casting, they asked me here's the thing, if, like, you're religious, like, cool, like, that's you. But when you try to, like, push it onto other people or, like, tell people like what they believe in isn't right and all of that.
Sure.
That's where I'm just like, yo, you
Gotta
lost me at
bounce.
that. I
Gotta
gotta
bounce.
go. I gotta go. Um,
Somebody in our live,
so
we were a couple of us were live last night on TikTok, and one of the commenters was like, we were talking about the Bible beating, and one of the commenters was like, "Yeah, if I'm in the casting process, I'm just gonna tell him I'm a raging atheist." Or no, they said I'm gonna tell him I'm a raging Satanist or something like that.
oh
I
my
was
God,
like,
that's
you know what? At
so
this point,
funny.
that would throw a wrench in the house because like we had
Yeah.
last year with. And I don't know if Julie has some kind of pull on the cast, and that's why it's happening. Because Julie has she added
Julie
that
has,
moon vez and found God. That's all I know. But
right?
all I know is she was really happy that Mickey left with her Bible last night. Like
The
lose
running
people.
joke Ronnie and I and all of us had in the house was like, this is a God free zone. If anything, it's the Dark Lord is here because lie, manipulate, like, I'm sorry. I don't know if yeah,
I'll be
the
honest with you. I have told people so many times that like when people start talking about, well, so and so is such a liar and I don't like that player because of that. I'm like, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, but you would
yeah.
hate me on Big Brother because if I were to ever play that game, I can promise you I would be lying through my motherfucking teeth. Like,
Yeah.
there's no
But
reason to tell the
like,
truth.
but
There's no
it's like
reason
a
to tell the truth.
no. And it's really like, what lie
God
can you get away
understands me right
with?
now. Like, he understands that I'm about to get. Now it's 750. He understands I'm about to get
Yeah.
750.
Yeah. Like, come on.
Like when I get home and pay like all my debt off and then also
Right.
buy a sell this house, buy a new one, Jesus
There you
will
go.
forgive me then, you know?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, I don't get it. It's crazy. But yeah, no, they and I don't know if it's that they're so I did do you watch the live feeds? A little?
Sometimes a
You like
little
keep
bit.
up with like the tea and all
Mhm.
that though.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so from what I understand, I may be getting this wrong, but from what I'm understanding is I didn't realize that you can ask production to get you a Bible if you want, if you didn't bring one, and they will remove the money that they spent on it from your check that they're going to give you at the end, your stipend. So Keanu asked for them to do that because some people like they wanted to have another Bible to share. So the Bible that a bunch of them that like weren't really Bible beaters when they went into the house, they're collectively sharing the same Bible. I think Mickey brought her own. Will may have brought his own, but like Ava, Ava cracks me up because that girl said, she literally told the camera, she said, if I survive this week, I'm converting to Christianity. Jesus, I'm yours. And just the other night, because when she wasn't put on the block by
Oh
Keanu
my
the other night, she
gosh.
looks at the camera, she holds that Bible, she was sitting in the have not room by herself, and she holds it up to the camera and she goes,
Oh.
well, God, here we are. I promise you. She was like, you didn't put I didn't go up, so I promise you. So she starts flipping it open and yeah,
Wow.
it's very much about like these this cast is like it's God's will. Like I'm like, no, it's not. Just put them up. Like
Ellie, in my epic meltdown, Julie references in my exit interview, but CBS will never show. I flipped a table in a competition and tried to hit Michelle with a golf club. So,
I
like,
did not know that.
we are not saving me, like me and Jesus and Big Brother.
I
We're
love
we're
that.
cool, but my
I
era of
love
Big
that.
Brother, like we're going after each other. We're not kumbaya.
I love that. I love a person that's fighting tooth and nail. Like I love a Janelle grabbing the veto out of James's hand. Like that's what I love. I love
Yeah.
to see it. Okay, so what was it like when you got home? Because I hear a lot of different stories. Some people are shell shocked, some people are not. So, what was it like when you got home, when you saw the public's reaction to you and to maybe some of your other castmates? And how did you take that?
Well, so it was 2009. Twitter had just come out. So there was no
Yes.
Instagram. Facebook wasn't even a thing
Mm-hmm.
really. So
But you
like
could
I was
watch
one of
some
the
of the show, right? Because
only
were you in jury?
yeah.
You were in jury, right?
Yeah, I was in jury, yeah.
So you could
So
rewatch.
I could rewatch, but like I was one of the only house guests that had a Twitter at the time. And so like I mean, that was like that was a lot, like, over what just being able to, like, see clips and conversations and being like
2009 Twitter was actually unhinged, so
it was insane, and, like, I'm a very, like, if anyone wants to ever, like, talk to me or, like, come up to me, like, I'm totally open and everything, but I had people giving me death threats, telling me I should kill myself,
for
like,
what?
that just because they didn't like me because I was not on team Jeff and Jordan, but I voted for Jordan. Um, so yeah, so I had to get 2 restraining orders. I had people find my location, follow me. It's pretty intense. I had people ask if I would wear underwear and send it to them that I had in the house. Like it
I mean,
was like
honestly, how
really
much do you wanna pay me? Like, just kidding.
it was just like it was a wild, wild time. Like
So, y
also like we would go to these like reality parties or get invited to these events and Kevin and I would be like we'd go, there would be debauchery and we'd be like, this is not for us. We are not these kind of people. We're just gonna go have dinner and like a coffee.
bye-bye.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Like you walk into rooms and people are like hooking up and like doing drugs and you're just like, yeah, bye, bye, bye. Not
So
here
you it's
for it.
funny you mentioned the underwear thing because I was watching so a bunch of the house guests that had been evicted up until that point, minus Riley, were on a live together and somebody said something about the same thing. People were asking me for my underwear, people are asking me for my socks, people are asking me
Mhm.
for feet pictures. I mean, I
Yep.
remember certain house guests like back even in 2009, they were like Foot Finder would go wild over like some of your all's feet. And I'm like, this is like against their consent, but okay.
Like,
Um
it's just weird because you don't know, like, if people are liking you or they're not, and I
yeah.
never had that, like, in my head. I was never, like, concerned. I was like, "I'm just gonna be myself, like, who is meant for me will be my people, they'll be my tribes, they'll get me." And
Yes.
those people that don't like me, I've, like, learned, like, haters are gonna hate, like, thanks for still continuing saying my name. Like, even on TikTok, people comment awful things, and I'm like, "It's a block button." And I love
Really?
Marcellus Reynolds. He is an icon. I love that
Love
man.
him.
And sometimes he says, like, sometimes you need to go off. Sometimes that one person is just gonna catch you on that day, and it's okay. And I'm like, Marcellus, you are an icon.
I love Marcellus as well. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
Um, I li- I I used to use the block button liberally, and then I realized it's engagement. So
It's mental health.
valid.
Like I just block,
I
block,
was not on a national
block.
television show, so like valid.
Well, no, like the awful thing is people will look at me and they're like, where are you from? I'm like, I don't know, you tell me. They're like, I know you. I'm like, do you? And then when they put it together, they're like, "Oh," I'm like, "Okay, is this, like, good? Is this bad?" And they're like, What have you gotten done to your face?" I'm like, "Nothing." They're like, "You look the
I'm just
same."
a
I'm
few
like,
years older. Like,
"Thanks. Thank you so much." And
oh
it's
my
always
gosh.
like, "Kevin? Do you still talk to Kevin? What happened with Shima? Do you still talk to Jesse?" And it's like, "Okay, we're gonna talk for, like, 5 minutes. Do you want me to FaceTime everyone?" Like, "What?"
These are like people on the street will come up to you like this in the
Yeah,
wild.
are people at my work that I get introduced to sometimes,
Mm. Like
they're
can't
like
put my finger on it.
"Were you on Rock of Love?" I'm like, "No, I was not. I did not try to date Bret Michaels."
Oh my gosh.
I get or it's just like, "Were you on Bad
That's
Girls Club?"
random.
"No, no, wasn't."
I guess let's say this. Jeff and Jordan,
Mhm.
controversial. Both then and maybe even more now. Specifically Jeffrey. So, um, do you have any thoughts or memories you would like to share from your perspective
I
on either
mean,
of them?
what's wild is, like, just probably, like, a month ago, a lot of people in my, like, close circle were sending me clips, and they're like, "Hey, this guy's, like, talking about you." I'm like, "What man?" And they showed me, and I'm like, "Oh, so you're still making podcasts, you're still making money off my name 16 years later. Like,
I didn't
I'm
know that
sick
he
of
was
it."
doing that.
Well, when CBS doesn't ask you back to host a show, I guess you gotta try to make an income somehow.
Well, he still talks about how CBS won't bring him back. He does still talk about that. I've
Well,
heard
maybe you
that, but
shouldn't say, misogynistic gay thing, like anti-gay and
Homophobic,
like
yeah.
homophobic, like buddy, like you don't get your impact. Like he has a platform, and I hate to say this, educate yourself. Like, man, or like if you really, it's just like so wild because I feel like Jordan's very sweet. Like I believe that she's a very sweet person, and sometimes I think maybe like the relationship benefits, you know, Jeff a little more.
Yeah, so I'm not one of those girls that like is just gonna believe everything blindly that my man says. And but I have learned, I my ripe age of 32, I have a lot of friends that are like that. And
Yeah,
couldn't
and
be
like,
me. Couldn't be me. My opinions are going to
yeah,
be
right.
voiced.
Yeah,
But I know plenty of people that I'm like, you have no original ideas. Your ideas are those of your parents and then your man that you got with. Like, and I can
yeah,
tell, like the way you vote, the way like it's all shaped by the man that you're with, and that is
yeah,
not me. I will never be that way. So I don't understand being that timid or whatever you want to call it. But
yeah.
maybe that's what it is. Like maybe she believes in being stand by
Like,
your
as
man. Like,
as someone that's, like, pro LGBTQIA+, like, I always
mm-hmm,
stand for gay rights, women's rights, like, trans right,
mm-hmm.
all of those things, and then, like, someone that was so celebrated by CBS gets to say those, like, anti-gay, like, terrible slurs, gets to be super misogynistic, gets to, like, really belittle other people and still be celebrated, it's like, "You gotta be kidding me."
Well, and
It's
to my knowledge, CBS still celebrated it until the whole 2020 like ish time frame when people are like, "Hey, CBS, it's not cool to keep bringing him back." And then they were
no.
like almost forced their hand to have to get
Yeah.
rid of him. And he's still
Here's
salty about it.
Yeah, well, here's the thing he doesn't realize. Our season couldn't exist in this political, social, economical
Right.
climate, like with everything that's happened in the world with like pop culture and just
Right.
like even, like George Floyd to the
Right.
pandemic and all these things, like Jeff wouldn't have gotten to take away a black woman's HOH. He just wouldn't have. Like that wouldn't have happened. Or CBS would have had a lot to answer for.
Right.
Like Braden called Julie Chen a whore, like said all these terrible things. And yes, he was
I
the first one
forgot
out,
about that.
but he was awful. Like he said awful things to me and Kevin, and Jeff
I
backed him
forgot
up.
about Braden, honestly.
I remember we looked, yeah, well, I don't, who is he alive? I don't know. But like me and Kevin were like, Jeff, you can't support this piece of shit. Um,
So
so
this
it
brings
was
up a point.
just,
Who do you talk to? Like from your
oh,
season, and then if
yeah,
there's anybody from other seasons, who are you close
yeah.
with and who are you like, yeah, we're not gonna talk anymore?
Kevin was at my wedding. Talk to Kevin all
Oh,
the time. Love Kevin. Like that's a soulmate, ride or
he's so
die.
cute.
I
I
talk
love him.
so cute. Talk to Shima. I wish her happy birthday every year because it's the same birthday as one of my siblings. But me and Shima talk a lot. She's just such a amazing
Ronnie
woman.
told me she has a daughter now. I'm like, oh, I'm
Oh
eating it up. I
yeah.
love
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah, and then I do talk to Ronnie on and off, but those are the 3 that I've kept in contact with. And then honestly from past seasons, this this is super vintage for the BB fans other than Marcellus Reynolds, Crazy James or season 9 James Zeklin. Like that's the homie. I'm so
Wild.
proud of his business. I don't drink alcohol, but his alcohol business, I just love what he's
Not
built for himself
crazy
in New
James. That's
York.
so wild. I love to
Yeah,
hear it.
love him. Yeah, but like we just kind of stay in our own, like we've all kind of grown up. But when you meet someone who speaks Big Brother, it's fun because it's like a language and it's like, oh my God,
Yeah.
yeah, and you understand what I'm talking about, and yes, and it's kind of great. But yeah.
I love that. So if you could go back and like redo any single HOH comp, veto comp, whatever, food comp, which one would it be and why?
I would eliminate Jeff using the coup d'etat because Russell would have gone home sitting next to
Yeah.
me. But then and then, like, we would have had the numbers. Like, ultimately, Big Brother is a numbers game.
Yes.
It's like a mini. political, psychological comp beast game. But that's what I would have done, because, or at least like let us play for this coup d'etat, because you just get a sense like,
They knew America would be
oh,
giving it to him or Jordan, right? So
we knew it. We knew it. So it was just like a matter of time. And when we found out what it was just like, oh, we're all cooked.
So speaking of Big Brother being a numbers game, you said you're a fan of the traders. I don't know if you like recall, but last season I
Oh,
was
yeah.
so getting frustrated because it was like there were who was it? One of the housewives was like actively unwilling to realize that like, no, hey, honey, you're working with us, so like we need a block of voters, and you're like
Yeah.
one of those,
Yeah.
and she's like, I'm not interested in that. Like,
Like, it's unfortunate because when anyone from Big Brother tries to explain strategy to someone on traders, they think you're being super conniving. And it's like, let me tell you how this works.
it doesn't make any sense. And like even like Wes coming in and like Ion being like, I don't know who you are. And he's like, I'm gonna help you win competitions like this. I'm like, Wes, you don't know the traders because competitions like this is not like this doesn't matter. It's don't
No.
get murdered, vote as a block. Like that is the traders. These little
Yeah.
competitions, I don't even believe that they're real. Let's be honest. Like
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, has Gabby even been paid? Like, have they even paid? Come on.
I don't know. But I love the traders too. So
Yeah.
so what is your do you have any wild BB moments that never made the air that you wish
Well,
did?
yeah. So the it was I think it was an HOH comp, the one where we had to do the golfing and we were all in like it was like a country
Yeah.
club. They made us. I had been practicing. They gave us the game to play prior that night and I was
That's the
practicing. I
one that
love
Shima threw
golf.
the thing in the pool for, right? Like it was you were practicing that.
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
sorry, but
yes,
I miss
yes.
watching you guys practice. I really wish they would bring back live HOHs
Bring
for
that
that, but
back.
that's just a
Yeah.
side note. Yeah.
Same. So they made me take a practice shot, which like they never had let us like do a practice shot before it counted. And I had a hole in one. And then when it counted, I was the first one out. And I didn't get to eat that morning. So I'm like empty tummy. I was irritated. It's like 100 degrees out in the valley on that like
Yeah.
backyard. And then magically at my seat, there's champagne. So hell yeah, I'm gonna drink it and pour out. I poured out the other bottle that was like for my homies. Like
Oh,
this is,
that's so cute.
but like I was talking shit the entire time because I was buzzed. And I was, like, saying really inappropriate things, and then Natalie's sitting next to me, egging me on, and we're drinking champagne, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna have my Teresa Giudice moment, and I'm gonna flip this table when when they walk by." And I did it, and then Michelle was, like, really brave because she said something to me, and I, like, grabbed a golf club, and they're like, "No, Lydia, no!"
Yeah, you will be
But
expelled too for that. Like
yeah, yeah. So I think they were just like done with Shima and I, but me and Julie talked about this, and then a lot of people were like, "You flipped a table? We never saw you flip a table." I'm like, I don't think
Oh.
they showed it because maybe they were like, "This girl is crazy."
Right.
But you
Yeah,
hit a breaking point.
there have been some recent things that I recall like because I watch the feeds hearing about or seeing or whatever and like the casuals are like we have no idea what you're talking about. Like specifically related to have not situations like last season there were times that the casuals had no idea that have nots even existed anymore and
Yeah,
like Julie would mention it and then they would be on Facebook cuz all the casuals are on Facebook and they're like what?
it's
What are they talking
like
about?
dark ages of like what's funny is Big Brother particularly is so slow to figure out like what do the fans want, what do the viewer
Oh
wants, how
yeah.
to keep it fresh. Like you know why Survivor like has like lasted for so long and like why Traders is so good is because like they've figured out what the formula is and they've stayed
Yes.
true to it.
Well, I do feel like a little bit of the blockbuster thing is a myth because I think that part of what made last season, I've said it before, so great is the good casting, not just the blockbuster, and also
Yeah.
people like me and people like other creators that are talking about the live feeds. It's bringing more people to be like, "Oh, like I
Like
might be
what is
interested in
this
watching this
about?
show."
Yeah.
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 Um and that's also very true I think for Dancing with the Stars. I don't know if you're a fan of that
Oh my
show.
God. Secret Wives of Mormon. I'm controversial. Mark and Whitney. I'm Mark and Whitney.
You're my favorite friend ever. First of
Oh
all,
my
we're about to be
god.
internet friends because
Yay!
stop it. I have never understood the Whitney hate. What did she do? Block
What?
people on a group
Yeah.
chat?
I
Okay, I do that all
freaking
the
love
time.
Whitney.
Like,
Freaking
respect your
love
peace.
Whitney. I'm just like, you guys came way too hard for her.
Way too hard.
Like, her and her husband, so stinking cute.
I'm shipping. Well, I guess I'm not shipping because but like I'm just here for that combo. Love Mark Ballas. He's one of my favorite pros
Love
ever.
him. With him being on Traders, like, are you freaking kidding me?
It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. Okay, love that. Okay, I just have a couple more questions, and then I do want to ask you a little bit about Riley, and then we will move on, and then we'll talk more
Oh,
about Riley when we end this.
okay.
Okay. Okay. So, do you feel like you had a fair edit overall?
You know what? Like, sure. Like, they obviously can't use something that you don't give.
Valid. I agree with that.
Like, there are times where I was a stinker, and yeah, I'm gonna own that.
Are there any misconceptions about Big Brother 11 that you would like to clear up? Now is your opportunity.
Um, Jesse, Shiva, all of us on our side, like, we were not the villains.
I believe you.
We were there to, like, make other people look good.
I believe you. Okay, well, it was so but oh wait, let me ask you about Riley.
Okay.
So, um I'll just I'll give you the floor. What would you do you have any thoughts on the most controversial player this season, Riley Jeffrey? Specifically, my thoughts are always related to like the show not airing it, or at least if they're going to air it, maybe like not like if they're not gonna touch on what's really happening, my thing was like just don't show it at all. But they were
Just don't show it
forcing
at all. Just don't show it at
yeah.
all. Yeah.
That
Just don't
but
show it at
let's
all.
if you want to give any input on your thoughts on that plus like just in general, whatever you want whatever you're comfortable sharing.
Um, so delusion is real.
Mhm.
Like, some people are very delusional. Therapy is healthy. Probably should get into therapy. Um, Also, this will follow you forever. Like,
Yep.
to a degree, especially with, like, how digital the world is and just everything that is out there. Also, you said what you said. You should own it. You should really look at crisis PR management. And you should go on an apology tour, bro, because that's, like, the only way you're gonna get redemption. But also, if he's not authentic with, how he is now in the real world, like, he'll never go back on. Like, he'll never like, he is freaking toxicity. Like, he is toxic.
He says he's
They
coming
won't
to the finale. Mhm. He said that.
I think there are more important things, like maybe getting your life in order
Mm.
and
Life
taking
in
care of
order.
other life in order. Just get your life in order and get some
Hmm.
therapy and
Hmm.
maybe learn how to speak to women,
Hmm. Hmm.
you know?
Yeah, I agree with all of those.
You know?
I just I think at some point, no matter how we were raised, no matter how what we saw, at some point you do need to realize that you are now an adult and you're now responsible for yourself. And like you said, therapy is important. Um,
Yeah.
and you can only fix what you're able to recognize. And I don't know that it's been recognized yet. So
Yeah, so you have to do like a lot of self-reflection. Like 8 years ago, I realized alcohol isn't great for me. So like I gave it up. Like, I'm more accountable, more aware, and like I have so many friends who do drink, and like that's cool. But for me, being more of like a better person for like myself, my husband, my family, like
mhm,
it was an easy choice. And like you said, you got to like be able to face those hard truths and be able
mhm,
to work on them and be like, you know what? Like I wasn't doing good by these people, and I'm gonna apologize, or I'm gonna recognize this behavior. I'm gonna work on it. But like if you truly are just delusional and
mhm.
you think you are like the best thing to come out of Big Brother, good luck.
No, and I think he should do. Okay, so here's the thing. A lot of the house guests have talked about how they were bamboozled because they thought that Riley was going to get like AFP just because you're only seeing what you see. in the house, but like I'm seeing all of it, you're seeing all of it, but they are just
Yeah.
seeing what's in front of them, right? Um,
Yeah.
I think he could be still bamboozled by that if he hasn't gone back and watched not just the episodes, because the episodes will bamboozle you too. I think he needs
Yeah.
to go see what people are, not just what people are saying, because it's easy to look at what people are saying and be like, well, they're just a hater. No, I think you need to go watch your clips. You need to watch your clips, maybe
Yeah.
bring them to therapy with you and let the
Yeah.
therapist look at them. Um,
Right.
it's just, I hope change happens, yeah. That's it.
I know it's hard to be hated, but when you take no accountability,
Yeah.
like climbing up that hill, bud. You're climbing up that hill.
He's living in Delulu land. So, is there anything that, like, give us a life update? I know you said that you're sober, and congratulations on that. You're
Thank
married now.
you. Yeah.
Before we go, tell us, like, what's up with Lydia now? Like, what is Lydia doing these
Um,
days?
Healthy choices. I am actually in Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, which is bananas. Moved here almost a year ago from LA. I miss my Disneyland. I miss my local Pop Mart. I'm like a big Pop Mart Labubu girl, bag charm girly. Um, I just literally I work, I'm a normal gal, you know. I do not have children. I have two puppies. Um, yeah, and I just literally live my life, try to be a good person, like to go on trips and travel and get more tattoos and toys and all the fun things.
I love
Um,
that.
but yeah, still wearing glitter, still wearing makeup, still doing crazy hair, just being myself. Um, yeah.
I will tell you, one of my follower friends, her name's Allie as well. She told me that watching you, I think 2008, I think she said she was around, I think she's similar to my age. So she was probably like, she's, I think, a couple years younger, maybe like 13, 14, 15, I don't know. And she was like, seeing you on Big Brother was like life changer, because it was like
Uh,
she saw somebody that was doing the crazy makeup that, like, that was unconventional at the time,
So,
right?
yeah, what was cool is, like, when I did my black mask across my face, they had Derek in Dancing with the Stars have that makeup, like, the following dance. So I'm like, "There's no way you guys there's no coincidence. You saw what I was doing."
Love it.
Yeah,
Love it. Yeah, so you
but
made an impact on at least one person's life.
aw,
I can
yay.
confirm that. So,
I wish Big Brother would honestly, have a bigger age range, have older people,
tell me
on the
about
show.
it.
Oh, like Rennie Martin, like, she's my New Orleans queen.
Okay,
Um,
BB10, you got Jesse, Rennie, Dan, Jerry, like
Michelle, like, you just have, like, such a
Libra,
oh my
stop.
god. Yeah, even, like, April,
They didn't
like,
need twists that season because the casting was so damn good.
the
And that, if
casting
I
was
could
so
tell
good.
Allison Grodner anything as a viewer, it would be, I don't know what all these other casual viewers want to see. I don't care about the twist. I want to see good cast picks. And I
Yeah,
think that provides a
exactly.
good season. So,
But, like, even somebody like, I'm gonna give him kudos, even someone like Evil Dick, like, freaking king of his season. Like, that is a Big Brother icon. Like, whether or not he and I get along, like, he is iconic for how he played the game. People tried to, mimic it, and it didn't work, but he was authentically himself, and that man is smart as hell. So I just wish there were more alternative like, I wish we saw more alternative people, but people from different walks of life with, like, age, but it is hard because, like, they do wanna, like, is there a possibility of getting these showmances?
that's what they
And
love.
that's what they
Look,
love, and
I thoroughly enjoyed Evil Dick back in the day. I do recognize his problematic statements
yeah,
now,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
but I did thoroughly enjoy him at the time. And I always say you cannot look at what happened in 2005, 6, 7 with 2025 lenses,
Lens,
right?
right,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
So,
like growth, maturity, like, where we are as, like, a culture, where pop culture is, just all of this stuff. That's why
mhm,
I'm saying, like, our season, we would be so canceled if it happened now.
mhm,
Like, there's no way.
mhm.
Like, it was funny,
I mean, I don't think
she
you would be
went,
canceled. I don't think you would
"Oh,
be the
thank
canceled
you."
one.
I
I think
mean,
it would have been others, but not
I think
you.
it would have been so, like, so what
Like
I find
you,
interesting
Ronnie,
too.
probably Shima, probably Kevin. You'd be good. It would
Yeah,
be
it would be
a couple
so
others wouldn't
interesting
be.
to take an original season and have them replay. many years later and see what the outcome would be. So, like,
You
I
know,
think that would be fun.
I have done some rewatches on all of the seasons are still on. They have them all loaded on Paramount from
Yeah,
start to
ours
finish.
is awful. The quality's not
I
even oh,
I know the quality, they have not improved the quality. That's the one thing I will say, but I rewatched a couple things from BB6, and there's like a couple of words that like were widely said at the time,
that
but
are
we
not
would
okay
not say them
now.
now, like the R word, for example. I know that it was common at the time, but we have now all mutually decided that that is not a word we're going to say.
Yeah.
They didn't cut it out, and I was, like, actually a little bit shocked that they didn't, like, mute it on like, if you're gonna upload it on there, I was, like, a little shocked they didn't try to mute it or anything, but
Also, I'm sorry, if Love Island will pull a contestant for certain words and certain like, sometimes I'm like, "Big brother, you need to have the balls. Show it, don't show it, remove the person, don't manipulate someone's HOH to get someone else out." Like, come on.
yeah.
But you can remove Shima.
Yeah, Shima, like we said, I think she was ahead of her time, and
She
just
so was.
justice for Shima. That's all I gotta
I
say.
mean, she would never. I mean, I would never. Like, even if they were so here's the thing, I don't
You would
know
never
how
come
many
back?
people I no. I don't know how many people talk about this, but, like, I know exactly from Kevin, when they ask you back, you get a certain dollar amount just for setting foot in that house again. So, like,
Right.
that's what makes it worth people potentially giving up 3 months of their lives again, but
God, yeah.
honestly, there's not enough money. Like, the jury house used to be in Mexico. Like, that was cool.
We
The
were
jury
trying to figure out the
houses
other
aren't
day
great.
we were trying to figure out the other day where it is now because we saw that it, like a couple of my friends and I, we were like, where is it now?
Usually, they're out like, ours was, like, close to Lancaster, and the only reason why when I was in my car, I was trying to look for landmarks
Because
because
you're a
I, like,
California girl.
knew I'm a
Yeah.
California girly, so I knew, like, highways, what we were getting on. I remember there was an In-N-Out when we turned like, so our house was actually really cool. We had, like, a vintage arcade in the basement, like, we were hooked up,
So it's super
but
private
yeah,
still. They keep it
it's
on the down
super
low.
private. Yeah, it's super, super private. But I mean, yeah, I would say vintage BB, like it just kind of they were onto like something with like the culture, the pulse of everything that was going on.
Right.
BB now, it's just kind of like, okay, like you had this twist and it was half cooked and now you're bringing it back and like, okay, when's the blockbuster going away? And like, are you doing a triple eviction? Like, because there's too many bodies up in this house.
Would you do any other reality TV shows?
Oh my god. Well, yeah, like Deal or No Deal Island. I freaking love that show. And obviously the traders. Alan Cumming, are you kidding me? Do you know how much
Let's
plaid
go.
and tartan I have in my closet?
Let's
Like the
go.
outfits, but like honestly
These people are
too,
talking about getting stylists, and you're like, literally, just come to my house. Like, I
no,
can
legit. Like I can give you like all the cute free people anthropology, like all the
love it.
trust me, I got it all. So those are like the two shows that like I absolutely love. Also, like I watch Love is Blind UK, freaking love that show. I watch Love Island, but would I want to be on? No, 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 no. I'm married. I'm wifed up. So no.
Yeah.
But no, like Secret Lives and more. I cannot wait for Dancing with the
Yeah, me
Stars.
either.
Um, yeah. So yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you talking to me, and it was so fun. And just thank you so much.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
is there anything else you want to tell the people before we turn it off?
Oh, well, I just wanna say, I love like, I feel like you as a content creator, you are so fair and you're
Oh,
so great at seeing, like, all the perspectives, and I just think, like, your, like, vision of, like, what you put out there and, like, how you interpret what the viewers are seeing, I just think, like, you are just fabulous, and I love everything, and I, like, look forward, I, like, get on TikTok, I'm like,
oh,
"Ellie, like, let's see what she" yes, yes! I'm like, oh my god, I feel the exact same way.
thank you so much. Well, not this
Yeah.
morning because there was no updates this morning.
This is how you know some crazy stuff is going down.
Oh, it's gonna be cray cray. It's gonna be cray
Yeah.
cray.
It's gonna be bananas.
But thank you so much. I really
Oh my
appreciate that.
god, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, you're welcome.